Hi, I'm Leo and I'm the CEO at Tended. Today I'm here with Siemens on their Parks Bridge project. This is just one of many projects that we've worked with Siemens on over the past 3 years. It started out as us working on an initial project on the East Coast Digitalisation Programme, just trialling the use of track workers' situational awareness with some of their COS work groups to ensure that they were always accessing via the correct access point. They weren't ever straying onto open lines. And through that initial trial, we were able to evidence the significant safety benefits that could be seen through the use of the equipment. And we've now moved into a position where it's being used across every single one of the Siemens projects for a multitude of different applications, many of which we've actually worked very closely alongside Siemens in building, not just for Siemens, but the wider rail industry entirely.
My name's Eddie Bell. I'm the Infrastructure Access Manager for Siemens Mobility nationally, and my job is to look after all of the infrastructure access across the country for our projects. Before we started using geofencing for worksite management, worksites were typically managed using whiteboards with track diagrams printed on them. This was never ideal. It was never a true reflection of what was actually going out on site. So we started exploring geofencing technology so that we could actually get a real-time view of the worksite, and slowly but surely, with Siemens' help, we developed a system of worksite management where every single asset on a worksite could be monitored by the engineering supervisor, which took away the risk of the old whiteboard scenario of not quite knowing where a machine or a trolley is. We then started to look into the realms of virtual worksite marker boards, and with further development we are now at a position where the national deviation has been signed off for us to implement virtual worksite marker boards, and I'm really proud to say that to this day we are now looking at deploying virtual worksite marker boards nationwide across all projects. Using virtual worksite marker boards, the efficiencies are astronomical. We save at least 40 to 45 minutes of setup time. We reduce setup telecommunications probably by about 20 to 25 safety critical communications phone calls. We reduce the amount of people that are required to actually set up a worksite.
It's made our roles as engineering supervisors with worksites far more easier. So what we do, we geofence or safe zone our worksites out, and especially what we find really helpful and useful on sites is stuff like the icons here that you can see. We give a tended device out to all on-track plant, anything with a wheel, so we can monitor on-track movements of plant, trolleys, machines, anything you can imagine that would move up and down the track. And that also helps us give a briefing or brings our briefings to life, so to speak, because we're so used to doing it on the sort of a signal diagram. When we show people the screen, where things are, what area they're working in, we can pinpoint exactly where any movements within the COS's working area.
It's been really great working with Siemens over the past 3 years. They really have been the biggest champions of our technology. They've helped us build a product that initially was just a concept through to something that is now being seen as critical to how the railway is going to operate in the future.
Since 2022, Siemens have mandated geofencing on all work sites, and in the 3 years we've been using geofencing, we have not had any operational incidents which could have been prevented by geofencing. I'm proud to have been a part of the Tended journey. We started out with Tended with just a very basic system, and it's now grown and evolved, and I would say the network has suddenly pricked its ears up to the use of virtual worksite marker boards, and I can see it going a long way into the future.
Can't recommend working with the team more. They're an incredible bunch of people, always willing to help, always willing to suggest how we can make improvements to how they can use the system, and really have helped us understand and be the leaders in the industry that we now are.